Ankita Tiwari from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology from IT ICT department. I am going to take a session from module 2, that is combinational circuits. The topic that we are going to cover is SOP and POS, that is sum of products and products of sum. Now, it is basically the representation of Boolean expression. So we can say that SOP and POS is represented by the number of variables that you are using it. If I am taking 2 variables, then the Boolean product terms will include 4 possible combinations. If I am taking 3 variables, then the product terms will include 8 possible values. The same thing, the formula which is defined in the Boolean, that is 2 raised to n, it is defined by the number of variables. Now, the representation is totally based by the 2 concepts, that is SOP and POS. Now, from the word itself, if I am talking about SOP, that is sum of products. Now, the opposite, if I am talking, and the second part is that is POS, that is product of sum. Now, whenever we are combining these terms in terms of SOP or POS, we will be having the function value as Boolean, that is 0 and 1. Now, the condition depends on which value is considered in the function. For that, we need to have the complete description part or the representation part of the SOP and the POS value. Now here, now suppose these Boolean product terms are, which I am going to represent in mean terms, it is represented as sigma. And if I am talking about max terms, it is represented as pi. Now suppose mean terms are represented here. So mean terms, if I am taking 2 variables and the 2 variables are x and y. So the 4 possible combinations that we get for the possibility is x dash y dash, first value, second x dash y, third x y dash, and fourth x y. Now if I am taking 4 possible combinations in product of sum, so as you can see that the whole of the 4 terms are taken as, now suppose I am talking about x dash y dash, then both the values include dot in it and all the terms will include plus in middle. So if I am talking about SOP, so this is the concept. Now if I am talking about the opposite part, that is POS, the max terms are being represented as opposite, that is x dash y dash, its opposite will be x plus y. Now if I am talking about x dash y, so its opposite will be x plus y dash. So these are the max terms and these are the mean terms. Now if we want to completely understand the whole concept, then we will see using truth table. So here as you can see in the truth table, the first table, a value, b value, f value, f is the function. Now if I am talking about a and b, so 4 possible combinations, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Now the function will represent Boolean value 0 and 1 depending or according to the condition which is specified in the function. Now here the function is defined by the 2 values 0 and 1. Now where the 1 1 value is defined, that values is active or it is defined in the function. Where the 0 is been defined, that means it is inactive in the function. Okay, now the same thing we will represent in mean term, that means its actual representation in SOP. So here I have taken example as a and b. So the mean terms will be represented as a bar dot b bar, the first value. The second value 0 1, that means it is represented as a bar b. The third value is 1 0. So that third value is represented as AB bar. The fourth value is 1 1. So that is represented as AB. Now these are the terms which are included in mean terms. The same thing we will see in truth table using max terms. So here the same thing, a and b value 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. The 4 values are represented as a plus b bar, a bar plus b and a bar plus b bar. But here as you can see the example is changed. So f value where it is 1 1, that means that value is active. Where it is 0 0, it is inactive. So this thing that we have to keep in mind, that the function will define which values to consider and which values to not. But this is the actual representation of mean terms and max terms. Now we will particularly see how an SOP standard is being formed from a simple or a single Boolean function. So that thing we will see here. So first of all, we'll see in detail how a function is being defined in SOP, what is the symbol for it to represent it, how the numbers are taken. So here SOP is one way of writing Boolean expression as by adding or operation to the product terms. So this is the basic concept of SOP. Now in this SOP, the product terms are also called as mean terms. These mean terms is being formed by the product and operation. Now after this, we can say that SOP is a sum of mean terms and is represented as you can see here, F is equals to sigma m. Here this is an example, so it is taken as two variable 0, 3. Okay, now this thing is been represented where f is defined as a function having mean term 0 and mean term 3. Now we will talk about the next form or the next representation as POS. POS is product of sum. As the name is defined, it is taken by multiplying and operation of the sum terms. Now this has been defined, which is also known as max terms. Here the max term is defined by capital M and it is taken with the help of sum, that is or operation of Boolean variables either in normal form or in complemented form of the mean term. So we can say that POS is just the complement form of the SOP. This is the direct method to find it out of POS representation. Okay, now here with an example, the same thing that we have seen in SOP. Okay, now F in SOP. So here F in POS will be sig pi m opposite, and here there it was 0, 3. So here it will be opposite of it. So if we are discarding 0 and 3, how many numbers are left? 2. Which one? 1 and 2. So here 1 and 2 value is taken. So here F is the product of sum of max term 1 and max term 2. Now here the biggest thing arises as the comparison. Now if I am talking about the representation part, so we are having two representation, SOP and POS. But whenever we are talking about any of the two forms or any of the types, we need to have the basic comparison, or we need to know what is included in SOP and what is not included in POS. So that thing is represented here with the help of a flowchart here. As you can see here, the basic thing that we are going to have in SOP is the form of representation of a Boolean expression where mean terms are defined. The same thing if I am comparing with the POS, it is a technique of generating a Boolean expression involving max term opposite. Now here the second thing that we have to note is expression. Now here the expression includes in SOP is product terms which are taken where the input set produces a value 1. This is a very big, very important topic that we need to keep in mind whenever I am talking about SOP. That means expression includes function value 1. Now whenever we are talking about POS, that means the function will include and will generate a value 0. This is a very big thing because whenever we'll talk about after this concept, that is K-map, in that the function will include value 0 or value 1. So in SOP it is 1 and in POS it is 0. That we need to keep in mind. After that, the method which is involved in SOP is that the 1 represents the variable and the 0 represents the complement of it. Now the same thing if I am talking about POS, the 0 represents the variable and the 1 represents the complement of the variable, opposite of it. Now the another thing that we need to keep in mind is obtained value. Now SOP is being taken with respect to corresponding product terms. The same thing if I am talking about POS, it is taken with respect to relevant multiplying the sum terms. So this is what the difference of SOP and POS is. And with the help of gate, if I am talking about SOP, it is OR gate. With the help of POS, it is AND gate. So these are the comparison points that we need to have whenever I am talking about the representation of POS and SOP. After this, we will see one example of both the representation. So the first example here is SOP example. So here, suppose I am taking a question, the term A B bar C plus A bar B bar plus A B C bar D. Now if I want to have this function in terms of SOP, that means these terms should be basically be represented in SOP form. How we will do that? So here whenever the function will be defined, first of all we'll see how many variables are defined in the question. So here as you can see, the maximum variables are defined are 4, A, B, C and D. Now whenever we are taking an example and we are taking the form, we'll see all the terms should include each and every variable. But here, as you can see, 3 terms are there, but each terms has a missing variable in it. Suppose the first term you can take it as a b bar c. Which variable is missing there? D variable. Now the second term, if I am talking about a bar b bar, which terms are missing there? C and D. If I am talking about the third term, that is a b c bar d, which term is missing? No term is missing. Every variable is there. Now where the terms are missing will include there only. The first term, as you can see here, a b bar c. Okay, it includes 3 variable. Fourth variable is missing. But as you can see, the second term a bar b bar, there 2 terms are missing. So here will include first variable c plus c bar, which is missing. Okay, now if it is missing, that doesn't mean you can include directly. No, you can suppose it where it is possible. Now what you can suppose it which is not given in the form of that form itself, means if I am taking c plus c bar, that is equal to 1. So 1 we can suppose it because it is there only, but we cannot see it. Okay, so that thing we need to keep in mind. We cannot include anything randomly anywhere. You have to see the position and the value in order to suppose it. Here if I am talking about a bar b bar, so here c plus c bar, which is taken as a value 1, we have supposed it. Okay, now we'll multiply it, we'll get 3 variable. Now the first 2 terms doesn't have d value, so we will suppose it 1 value. So 1 d plus d bar, in the another position also d plus d bar, and we will multiply all the terms. Now when the all terms we are getting it, we'll see if any term is repeating, because in Boolean x plus x is equal to x, it is not 2x. Okay, so we need to see that thing also. Is any term is repeating? If it is yes, then we'll combine it and we'll keep only 1, and if it is not, we'll keep as it is and we'll see the SOP. So here we get answer as sigma m 0, 1, 2, 3, 10, 11 and 30 as from the terms itself. So this is what the representation of SOP is. Now we'll see POS example. In POS, suppose I am taking a question where include 3 terms, that is a plus b bar plus c plus b bar plus c plus d plus also one more a plus b bar plus c bar plus d. Now you can see that the first and second term is missing one variable, but the third term is having all the variables. So where it is missing, there and only there we will suppose it, but it will be opposite supposition. Why? In SOP we were supposing one value, and we know that POS is the opposite of it. That means here we will suppose 0, will not suppose 1. Okay, so here we will take plus 0, which is actually no value, means it doesn't mean only, but we are supposing it. Suppose it is plus 0, means x plus 0 is equals to x itself. So here we are supposing plus 0, and at 0th position we will suppose the variable which is missing. Now suppose if I am talking about, suppose the variable is missing is as d. So here we will suppose d dot d bar is equal to 0 in Boolean. Okay, so at 0 position we will suppose d dot d bar, and now we will apply distributive law. Okay, the distributive law between plus and dot, and we will get these terms. Now we will distribute all the terms and we'll see if any of the term is repeating. If it is repeating, we'll keep only 1 and we'll discard the another one, and we'll get the final answer. Now here the terms will be represented as f is equals to pi capital M. Here max term is defined by m, where the value we are representing is as 4, 5, 6 and 30. So this is what SOP and POS representation is all about. Now here at the end, whenever we are talking about any of the circuit, so it is defined by gates, because we are talking about combinational circuits. That means it includes gates. Matlab the circuit will include at last the gate form. So here the answer that we are getting is f is equals to pi or sigma. That will be converted in the minimal form, which is represented here as an example. Suppose this is the function which is given to us in the form of a, b, c, all the values with respect to SOP and POS. Now this will be represented in the minimal form, that is we are reducing it after we are applying any of the method and we are getting the answer. So this is what the gate form is, or the circuit form is of the combinational circuit with the help of SOP and POS representation of Boolean expressions. Thank you.